Next question is from Rachita. In our Indian societies, we somehow rally together during the crisis time. Younger generation will go out and wait in grocery lines to bring groceries home for the family. In West, where individualism is prevalent, it has been observed that older people have little care infrastructure. A diplomat friend says elderly who live alone have been ill prepared for such a pandemic. Do you feel that West will realize that individualism has limited appeal and at some stage and in some circumstances change?
Well, let me tell you. Once there was a very chauvinistic politician and suddenly he changed. Not because he saw light, because he felt the heat at home. So similarly, there must be some heat at home. So people go out and do things. Always comparing whatever little things in the society to the Western society and saying they don't have that, we have this, no, that's not true. See, if you look back a few generations ago, let's say even 2 or 3 generations ago, a family meant of course your spouse, children, your parents, her parents usually, or maybe not, your uncles, your aunts, your granduncle, and another old man you do not know what he is, he's somehow related to you. Yes like this, it would be an arrangement. Even small family means 25, 30 people. Big family means 300, 400 people. Because the economic process was such, unless you stayed together, you were not safe. Social processes also were such, you had a big benefit in staying together. As the economy grows and modern education gets into your head, naturally today family means husband, wife, children. Parents, if they're very sick or something, sometimes they can visit you. Wife's parents, slowly it is going further, maybe in the West it's gone further. Now their idea of family is just either a man or a woman, maybe a child, but just one person and a child. Because they know 2 people 7 days of the week is not possible. One important aspect, there are many aspects to this, one important aspect is economic freedom. When there was an economic binding, in a family, there was one head of the family, he controlled all the economic power of that family. So everybody stayed there, because if they drop out, they will be destitute. Now everybody can go out and earn something, even if they don't go out, they can work from home and earn money. Now, one word, out, gone, because there is no economic binding anymore. You must be sincere enough, honest enough to admit, still human societies have not come to a conscious existence. They are still need-driven. Only if needs are there, they stay together. If no needs are there, they will go away. This is why it is very important to form a conscious society. Even if it's a small society, it is important to form a conscious society where everybody is there by choice, not driven by their needs. Otherwise, largely human societies, all animal societies are also like this, they are need-driven. Don't fool yourself and think it is all out of love you have come together. In Mumbai, maybe some 12 million or 13 million people are there. In New York City, some 7, 8 million people are there. You think they're all living in such proximity because of their love for each other? You must be fooling yourself. So, even the family is need-driven. If there are no needs, it'll fall apart. Because of needs, it's sticking together. So, India as a nation is at a certain stage of evolution in terms of economic and social process. You will see as economic well-being comes more and more, people will become more and more alone. They would like to live alone by themselves because they can't stand anybody. When you're poor, you're very patient. It's always like that. Once a little wealth comes, suddenly you become because people's identity, unfortunately, is built around what they possess. You must be who you are. What you possess is for the usefulness of it, that's all. Things are just for use. But most human beings become something because of the things that they possess. So once it is like that, they are need-driven societies, so this is happening. Anyway, every Indian boy or Indian girl, young girls and boys, they're all ready to go and pick up groceries for you. Don't imagine such things. They're doing it because it's still culturally there and economy also compels that. So, everywhere this is rapidly happening, that people beyond a certain age are left to fend for themselves. Those who move into communities and homes, well, they get medical and other kinds of stuff. Will they get the necessary atmosphere of inclusion? We don't know. So there are many ways, society finds its own way. I think I should show you a video. Do we have this? You must see this.
क्या नाम है सर आपका? हाँ हाँ जी,
मेरा नाम करणपुरी है। मैं अकेला रहता हूँ, सीनियर सिटीजन हूँ। सुन लिख लो।
हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू। लो सर, केक काटिए।
अब आपको क्या ऑफर करूँ? मेरे बच्चे भाग लेते हैं, मैं क्या
कोई बात ना सर, आपकी फैमिली हम भी, ऐसी बात थोड़ी है।
तभी तो
आपके
आए
बच्चे हैं
हम
सर,
यहाँ।
आपके बच्चे अंकल जी, कोई वो नहीं।
आइए अंकल, प्लीज आइए, केक कटिंग करो।
कैप सर,
कैप लगा के।
कोई बात ना अंकल जी, कोई बात नहीं।
Thank you, you made my day.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear uncle.
Happy birthday to you.
This is the much hated Delhi police. Well, everywhere in the world, particularly in India, I find the police personnel are doing such a fabulous job. Nobody had ever imagined. Nobody ever imagined a uniformed person has such a kind heart hidden behind that rough uniform, but they are showing who they are right now. So a lot of people, in the name of being independent or being modern, there is a certain vacancy in the place where there should have been a heart. So this is not Western or Eastern. Individual human beings are like that, wherever you are. Oh, I think we've crossed the time.